Wir halten uns zu sehr in der Rede über die Sache auf und vergessen bei all dieser Rede im Grunde die beredete Sache selber. Wenn ich Gott um seiner selbst willen lieben muss, um ihn überhaupt zu finden, dann kann ich mein Interesse gar nicht auf die Schrift allein begrenzen.
In our project, Karl Rahner and the Bible, we are investigating the relationship between the important Innsbruck theologian and Jesuit Karl Rahner and the Bible. A few years after his death, the accusation arose that Rahner had exaggerated the Bible philosophically and was hardly interested in its contents. We can refute this accusation with a glance into his 40-volume complete works containing more than 32,000 pages.
Others accused Rahner of having little interest in Judaism and the Old Testament. These accusations must be differentiated and interpreted in the context of contemporary history. Throughout his life, his perspective of these questions changed. However, there is no doubt that he clearly favored the New Testament. This observation goes hand in hand with Rahner's Christocentric view on theology.
In his pastoral activities, in retreats and sermons, in conversations and letters, my confrère repeatedly referred to the Bible and interpreted it. Not infrequently, one senses within these spiritual texts or the prayers he composed himself that the theological questions he was dealing with at the time had become existentially fruitful for his life and his spirituality.
For the project, we have therefore studied his entire work, conducted conversations with people who knew him, and examined unpublished archive material. This already shows how differentiated Karl Rahner's biblical hermeneutics were, how strongly he advocated the freedom of exegesis from the 1940s onwards, and how important it was for him to pursue a dogmatic that was responsible for biblical theology.
At our conference, we enter into dialogue with worldwide interdisciplinary Rahner experts and thus cultivate Rahner's style of exchange. In less than 2 days, we will discuss Rahner the Jesuit and spiritual teacher, the professor, the pastor and preacher, the exegete and dialogue partner.
Rahner's essayistic style of speaking, his claim to always want a concluded thought pattern, and his scholastic theological thinking, which was for a long time characterized by Church Latin, constitutes to the uprising challenge when dealing with Rahner. Nevertheless, anyone who spends more time with his text senses his deep-rootedness in the Catholic faith and, based on this, his great openness to the questions of the present, which he repeatedly confronted with passion, dry humor, and disillusionary honesty.
We therefore invite you to visit our project through the link below. We appreciate your interest and ask you to feel free to come and talk with us.